I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta think about it for a second. I figured it out. I'm finna cut the shit out of it. What's going on, guys? So they're off at the tire store getting new wheels and alignment done on Crusty. And this is the bumper for Crusty. We wanted to have something a little nicer, but this is what we got. I would really like to have a Suburban bumper or something like that. But we've got this one, and we're trying not to spend any more money on this truck. So I'm gonna take this bumper and try to give it a little tuck. I wanna make it fit the back of the truck better. I'm not gonna narrow it any, because then I would get into the outside aesthetics, but I'm gonna cut the brackets off of it, cut the back side of the bumper off, and shorten it up, and then I'll just shorten those brackets and weld them back in place so the bumper's kind of tucked into the truck a little more. This is my favorite thing to do, is cool stuff. So I'm gonna kind of bring you along and show you what I do with it along the way. So the first thing I need to do, I need to remove these brackets. There's like 2 or 3 welds holding them on. So I'm just gonna get in there any way I can with any tool I got and get these main brackets cut off of the bumper. That way I can bolt them to the frame of the truck and then start trimming the bumper accordingly as to how far I want it going in. Okay, so I don't have the truck here, but we happen to have a couple other square bodies floating around. And we've got one outside, Old Mac we call it, and it has a bumper very similar to this one. It measures the same width, it measures the same depth, it just doesn't have this kick up on it, and it's chrome. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the bumper that's on that truck to measure where I can trim this bumper out. So I'm gonna go back and forth, make a couple measurements, make a couple marks, and I'm just gonna guess without the truck being here and get it close, and then when the truck gets back from the shop, I can test fit everything and fine tune it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've done a bunch of measuring, made me a couple cardboard templates, got it marked off, and I'm just fitting to start cutting on it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out good, and I'm gonna leave myself enough room to make some adjustment in my trim. But I'm taking 3 inches off of the top of the bumper, so it's gonna tuck in 3 more inches to the truck, hopefully. And once the truck gets back, then we can mock it up on some jack stands and see how it fits, shorten our main brackets up and give them a zip. But I'll show you what I'm finna do right here, see how it looks when I get it cut. I just had an epiphany and I was doing something wrong, and I cut a little bit, just made a little bit of a mark, but now I'm going to stop where I was at. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta think about it for a second. I figured it out. I'm finna cut the shit out of it. Okay, so I got the bumper cut down. I'm gonna show you kind of what I've done and what I'm still kind of waiting to do, and kind of some ideas I had along the way. On the corners, I went ahead and cut the top side of the corner out, but on the back side of the bumper where it wraps around, I left that big long piece because I'm gonna bend it around so that when you look at the bumper from standing in the front side of the truck, you won't see just a hollow spot going in there. We'll bend that backing plate back around so it kind of looks like the bumper was made that way. And I'll put a couple of light tacks on it from the bottom side, just so that you don't see welds. I'm gonna try to do as little grinding as possible on this so that it looks kind of like it came that way from the trailer that brought it to the shop to start with. So I'll show you what I got, and then I'm gonna start doing a little beating and banging and just kind of mind planning, because now I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna be waiting on the truck to get back to do any more work to it. So check it out. Fans killing it.
Oh, I bet it is. Anyways, I just got back from Palestine Tire Center. Cowboy dropped me off. He had to test drive a vehicle, so he dropped me off. And they're gonna align Crusty here in a little while. But Russell
Chopped up the bumper.
You've been chopping up this factory, or not, is this a factory bumper?
It's some sort of bumper that came on a lot of them.
Yeah, we've got a couple of these bumpers. But anyways, you chopped it up. Look how much you took off.
Yeah, and I contoured these corners.
That looks cool.
I don't know how it's gonna fit. Once we get the truck here, we'll see how it's gonna fit.
Oh no.
But you wanna see the difference in it and an original.
Yeah, let's go see. Look at the difference. It's a lot skinnier, or quite a bit skinnier. it's gonna tuck. So what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be a lot closer right here, right?
Yeah, look at it from the top there where that contour is on the corner.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna, okay, so it's gonna tuck into this area.
Yes.
And go around.
Yes.
Ah, that's gonna be freaking cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna match great.
And it's still gonna be the original old crusty bumper.
Yeah, I like it, man.
I like it. It's
Awesome.
still bent and everything. So while we're waiting on old Crusty is at the shop, getting the new wheels on it, getting alignment, cleaned up the shop a little bit. Chase has got to work on some RC cars for an event this weekend, and I'm going to start on our next project, which is our 1953 Chevy 210. It's got a few things it needs done to make it roadworthy again. Fortunately, the car runs. The car has air ride. It's got some pretty cool candy paint. It's just real sun faded. The wheels that go on the car, we actually stuck on our truck on the wall, so we've got to get those off. My first goal though has got to be getting the brakes working. With right rear drum is stuck on the axle and it's leaking brake fluid, so I'm gonna try to get that drum off so I can get the car mobile again, and then we're gonna start tearing into it as we get more time. So here we go. Let's see if she'll still crank up. The battery's dead. Every time I do something, the battery's dead. But I know it runs. I know it does. So first thing I need to do, clean up this crap in this corner because we've just been kind of making this a storage lot.
It's hot over there with no air.
It's hot.
But that area looks a lot better, man.
The car even looks cool again.
Yeah, we only drove this like a couple times. Drove it to, you drove it back from where we got it.
Yep. It just needs a little TLC and it's not fun to drive right now.
I took it to the, what was that, Dogwood Trails?
Something like that.
Yeah, I took it to the Dogwood Trails.
I hate having to keep them running.
Fuel injection it is.
Fuel injection.
What we got to do to this? Brakes?
I'm gonna work on the brakes first. That's the most important part.
All right.
We need brakes.
I'm gonna go check out these RC cars.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this is my RC collection right behind me, and I set up a little workstation a while back, and I haven't touched it since I put it up here. This is an Arm & Fraction. Yeah, that's right. 6S Arm & Fraction 4-wheel drive. Dude, this thing is crazy fast, and it just roast the tires off. And then that one right there is my X-Max. This is a unstoppable beast of an RC car. You can jump this, running into walls. I mean, not as fast as it'll go, but I mean, you can beat on this thing. This is probably the best basher to get, in my opinion. I like it. Now, I don't know, I've had a bunch of tracks and stuff. I've had a X-Max, I've had a T-Max, Slash, a Savage, that's a gas version of a Slash, a couple rallies. So what I'm saying is I like RC cars, but I get busy and I haven't had time to play with them. Priorities, you know what I mean? But we're about to make this a priority. So let's go. All right, after further inspection, it looks like all I need to do is clean this truck up and put the new wheels and tires on it and charge the batteries. Oh! I can't see. I can't see what I'm doing.
Jesus Christ, that thing's fast.
Oh, this is on 50% throttle. All right, you ready to see something?
Yeah. Whoa.
This thing's fun.
So, I've got the brake system kind of worked out a little bit on this car, but I need a little help bleeding the brakes, so I've recruited Chase down here from the RC cars.
I am the brake bleeder, trust me. I got this. Professional brake bleeder. That's my title.
Professional brake bleeder?
Yeah. It's me.
It's you.
I got it. I can do the
All right,
task.
they're pretty mushy, so give them a good old pumpy.
Whoa, they go all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
I love this brake.
Pump them up, buddy.
I like the way this brake does. Look at this.
What you saying?
I'm saying I like how the brake goes into the floorboard.
Hold it down.
Oh, it just went all the way.
All right, pump it back up.
Oh, we're getting somewhere already.
Hold it down.
Oh, it went all the way to the floor. All right, we're gonna do this about 100 more times.